Live from Washburn University in Topeka, Kansas, it's KSWU News.
I'm Kara Protasio.
And I'm Carly Willis. Today on the show, we'll cover how 29 years is a long time to wait. Trevin Edelman will talk about the Kansas City Royals' journey to the playoff season and how they're partying like it's 1985.
But first, there are new details on the armed intruder who tried to get into the White House earlier this month. Reports that Omar Gonzalez scaled the White House fence and sprinted straight to the White House but was stopped at the door are no longer true. According to a whistleblower, Gonzalez made it all the way to the East Room of the White House. Gonzalez, an Iraq war veteran with PTSD, was armed with a knife, made it over the fence all the way across the north lawn, up the stairs, and through the front doors. But according to sources familiar with the incident, Gonzalez overpowered the guard inside those doors, ran past the stairway leading just up the first family's residence, through the floor, and into the East Room. He was finally tackled by an officer at the doors to the Green Room. No one was able to tackle Gonzalez during his run, no dog was released, and the alarm inside the front door signaling a breach never sounded. Gonzalez was later found to have more than 800 rounds of ammo in his car. He was also arrested earlier in July in Virginia with 11 guns in his car. The shocking security breach has the Secret Service in the hot seat. Secret Service Director Julia Pearson testified on Capitol Hill today that the security plan was not properly executed.
A patient diagnosed with the first case of Ebola is in isolation at a hospital in Dallas. This is the first U.S. citizen to get the virus after flying from Liberia to the United States. Federal health officials say the people on his flight are not at risk because the man did not get sick until 4 days after his flight landed. Health officials say that you can't get Ebola through the air, water, or food in the U.S. Ebola can only be spread from contact with blood or bodily fluids of a person or animal that is sick with or has died from Ebola. The CDC will investigate whether or not they need to track down the people the patient was in close contact with when his symptoms broke out. New reports say that he did not inform the hospital that he had been traveling and refused care at first. That's the news for now. Let's go to Fatima Obaid with the weather.
Thanks, Carly. Today, this morning was definitely a wet morning in Top City, but Colorado has also experienced a wet, rainy day. Severe thunderstorms brought damaging hail to parts of the Metro Denver area Monday afternoon. Many residents shot footage of the hail damage. One of the local car dealerships had over 500 cars that all received damage. The rain also turned roads into rivers, making it hard for everyone to get home. The storm drains were having a tough time keeping up with the rain in Aurora. The storms moved quickly and caught a lot of people off guard. All right, so here we have the United States weather map. Up here in Minnesota, you can see the high pressure altitude and the low cold front. We have here in the Midwest possible severe thunderstorms. And over to the west, we have rains headed our way. And that's the weather for now. Here's Trevin with the sports.
Thanks, Fatima. In Chiefs news, a new report from Kansas City Chiefs finds that the former Kansas City Chiefs linebacker Javon Belcher likely had a devastating brain disease when he shot and killed his girlfriend and himself 2 years ago. The doctors found a protein in a part of Belcher's brain consistent with other NFL players diagnosed with CTE. This degenerative disease has been found in athletes with a history of repetitive brain trauma. More than 50 former NFL athletes have been diagnosed with the disease after their deaths, including some that committed suicide. Javon's mother is still suing the Kansas City Chiefs, claiming the effects of multiple concussions caused Javon to kill his girlfriend and himself. Last night was the first time in 29 years that postseason baseball was played in Kansas City. Kauffman Stadium was packed and it was decorated for the playoffs. Everywhere you looked, there was the famous red, white, and blue bunting. But it didn't stop at the decorations, as there was plenty of bunting on the diamond as well. The Oakland Athletics took a 7-3 lead into the 8th inning last night against the Royals after Brandon Moss and his bat had dominated the game to that point. He blasted 2 homers and drove in 5 runs. Moss homered off Shields in the first inning, a 2-run shot over the A's bullpen, and when Yordano Ventura relieved Shields with 2 on in the 6th inning, Moss ripped a 3-run shot over the center field wall. It was a 5-run inning that seemed to end Kansas City's hopes, but this was just the beginning. Kansas City launched a 3-run 8th inning that finally took A's starter John Lester from the game. Alcides Escobar started it off with a single and a stolen base. Lorenzo Cain then drove him in with a single, and he also stole second. Eric Hosmer walked, and A's manager Bob Melvin finally removed Lester. Billy Butler drilled a single to right to score Cain, and the Royals were within 2 runs. Pinch runner Terrence Gore stole second on the next pitch, and the A's next pitch after that went wild, allowing Hosmer to score. Josh Willingham, batting for Mike Moustakas, opened the 9th inning by dropping a single into right field. Gerard Dyson came in to run for Willingham, and he was bunted to second and then ultimately stole third. Nori Aoki hit a long out to right field, a sacrifice fly that scored Dyson and tied the score at 7-7. Royals rookie Brandon Finnegan worked his 3rd inning of relief and began the 12th by walking Josh Reddick. And a bunt moved Reddick to second, and Finnegan was relieved by veteran right-hander Jason Frazier. Ex-Royal Alberto Callaspo pinch hit, and a wild pitch from Frazier got Reddick to third. Callaspo then lined a single into left field and scored a run, making the score 8-7. And then with 1 out in the 12th, Hosmer tripled off the center fielder's glove. Christian Colon then hit a chopper towards the third baseman Josh Donaldson, who couldn't handle it. The ball went for a hit, and Hosmer scored for an 8-8 tie. Alex Gordon then followed with a foul out before Salvador Perez came to the plate. Colon stole second, putting the winning run on second base, and Perez then lashed a single down the third base line and drove in the game-ending run, keeping the Royals alive in the playoffs. The ALDS will start tomorrow night in Anaheim as the Angels host the Kansas City Royals. The game will start just after 7 p.m. Central Time. After a second game on Friday in Anaheim, the teams will come to Kansas City for Game 3 on Sunday. 1 game in each park following that will be played if more games are necessary. It is a best-of-5 series. The win by the Royals capped off what was a great 30 hours in sports for Kansas City fans. On Monday night, the nation watched as Kansas City fans packed Arrowhead Stadium as another pro sports team from the city flexed its muscles. This time, the Kansas City Chiefs proved that last season wasn't a fluke. They did so by dismantling the New England Patriots 41-14. And to be honest, it didn't even feel that close. The Chiefs were in control of the game from the start, taking a 17-0 lead into halftime. The Pats put up a touchdown in the third quarter, but the Chiefs had 10 points of their own in the quarter. And to counter Kansas City's 14-point fourth quarter, New England backup quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo tacked on a final touchdown to Rob Gronkowski. It was a complete domination by the Chiefs in all areas of the game, and Kansas City will look to improve their 2-2 record next Sunday in San Francisco. And to add to the Kansas City triple threat, the defending MLS champions Sporting Kansas City are visiting Barack Obama in the White House today to celebrate last season's championship run. Quite a day for the sports in Kansas City, and now back to you, Carly and Kara.
Thanks, Kevin. It's exciting, and when we come back, we will talk with a man who can train people to go the distance.
We'll be back right after this.
Dr. Alan Behrman, Professor of History and Dean of University Libraries. My job is to push my students, to get them to believe they can accomplish great things, and then to give them the intellectual abilities to go off and accomplish those things.
Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Discover how Missouri students can save more than $13,000 a year on tuition. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that's competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
Washburn really is what brought me to the top. the professors brought out my strongest academic side, then really have a focus on teaching students how to learn. I don't think that I would be where I am today without Washburn University.
Washburn is an excellent school. It has an excellent reputation no matter where you are.
After I took the tour, I knew Washburn was everything I was looking for.
Campus life was awesome. I made so many great friends.
At Washburn, I had real professors and small classes.
I'm proud to be in Ichabod. When I came to Washburn University, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and they helped me find my passion for my career. Because of Washburn University, I've gotten excellent career opportunities. I would definitely not be the person I am today if I hadn't gone to Washburn.
Discover how Missouri students can save thousands on tuition. Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that is competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Washburn Review, www.washburnreview.org.
Welcome back to KSWU News. I'm Carly Willis, and I'm joined by the Associate Professor of Psychology, Dr. Dave Provorst. Good to have you with us, Dave.
Thank you.
How long have you been teaching here at WU?
This starts my 24th year this fall.
24th. All right. And what courses do you currently teach?
I teach mostly in the graduate program in the Psychology Master's program. I teach courses in theories of therapy and also some applied techniques classes.
Okay.
I teach a class in ethics and one in diversity also.
And which is your favorite to teach?
One that I'm teaching this fall right now is a group therapy class, and it's really interesting because the students actually participate, and not only do they get to run the group, but they get to have the experience of what it's like to be a member of a therapy group, and so they kind of get both sides of the picture there.
That's awesome. And I also hear that you instruct a marathon training course.
Yeah, it's on the schedule this year. It'll be the 19th year for that class next spring.
And what all does that entail?
The course is a 3-day-a-week course. It's only worth 1 credit hour, so you work pretty hard for that credit. But we run on Tuesday, Thursday mornings, and then we get together on the weekend to do what has become the mandatory long run if you're really wanting to do a full marathon event.
Sure. Do you have to run a marathon in order to pass the class if you took that in marathon training?
According to the syllabus, no. Officially, you don't have to. We track attendance, and we have the students fill out a logbook, and so officially their grades based on the degree to which they do the work necessary to prepare to run a marathon. They don't actually have to enter a marathon. The history of the class shows that probably 70 to 80% of the students do choose to enter an event at the end of the semester. One of the interesting trends in recent years is that more students are electing to do a half marathon kind of as their final event as opposed to do the full distance. And that's consistent with the kind of the larger running world too. The half marathons become the more popular event, I guess.
Yes. So what is your favorite part of instructing and overseeing the marathon training course?
Obviously, it's fun to see people be successful. I like to think about the marathon class really as essentially as kind of a metaphor for developing life skills. And so the idea is that you can set a goal and come up with a plan, follow it through, and then at the end be able to say that they did it. And when I ask for feedback from the students at the end of the semester, many people talk about that part of it. So they leave the class thinking, well, gee, if I can run a marathon, I can do pretty much anything.
Yes.
And that's exciting to hear.
Yes. So when students come in on those Tuesday, Thursdays, do you just cut straight to the workout, or is there kind of almost an academic piece that goes along with that?
Yeah, I try to provide a little bit. There's actually quite a bit of scientific research that supports marathon running. And so one of the things I tell the students is basically I've done all the background work. They just have to show up. But I do try to provide them with kind of a knowledge base and some techniques and tools and information that will help them be successful, help them understand kind of the logic of the training. We talk about nutrition, recovery, those kinds of things also. Yeah.
Okay, so what do the Saturdays look like then?
Saturdays we pretty much just show up and run.
Okay.
The general format for the class over the years, I've kind of tweaked the schedule, but how it will work in the spring, we try to do about a 60-minute combination of walking and running the very first Saturday. About 12 or 13 weeks later, students will be up to where they can do about a 4-hour or 20-mile run, and that's the longest one that we do in preparation for the hope if they're doing a full marathon about 3 weeks after that. So we progress pretty quickly on the weekend and do runs of 9, 12, 15, 18 miles on the way up to the 20-miler.
That's awesome. If you're just now joining us, this is the Associate Professor of Psychology, David Provorst. What kinds of things have you seen as far as growth patterns with the marathon training course over the years that you've instructed it?
It's kind of fun to look back. I think the first time I offered the class in the spring of 1997, I think I had 8 people enrolled. And on a couple of the long runs that spring, there was just me and 2 other students who showed up. About 6 or 8 years ago, we saw a pretty dramatic increase. And for the last 5, 6, 8 years, the class really has filled, which is about 40 students. One of the things that helps there is that students can take the class a second time for credit. And so the last few years, I'll have 25 to 30 students taking the class for the first time, but I usually have 8 or 10 students who return and come back to do the class again. So it makes for a nice mix of veteran as well as new runners.
Sure. Do you happen to run yourself?
Yeah, I've been at it for a while. I did my first half marathon, I think, in '91. I did my first full marathon in '93.
Okay.
I don't like to brag and have the focus on me, but I've done over 30 full 26-mile marathons.
That's wonderful.
Since 1993.
What's been your favorite?
There's been a lot. I did the Lincoln Marathon, up in Lincoln, Nebraska, which is my home state, and lived there for 10 years. I actually did that one 14 times, so I can run the course in my mind at any minute. I can just cue it up, and so that obviously is a favorite. Since then, I've been trying to travel around and run marathons in a variety of states, and so Nashville, Las Vegas, Cincinnati, several have been kind of exciting, fun events.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again for joining us. For KSWU News, this is Carly Willis. We'll be back after this.
I'm Dr. Alan Behrman, Professor of History and Dean of University Libraries. My job is to push my students, to get them to believe they can accomplish great things, and then to give them the intellectual abilities to go off and accomplish those things.
Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Discover how Missouri students can save more than $13,000 a year on tuition. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that's competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
Washburn really is what brought me to the top. The professors brought out my strongest academic side, then really have a focus on teaching students how to learn. I don't think that I would be where I am today without Washburn University.
Washburn is an excellent school. It has an excellent reputation no matter where you are.
After I took the tour, I knew Washburn was everything I was looking for.
Campus life was awesome. I made so many great friends.
At Washburn, I had real professors and small classes.
I'm proud to be in Ichabod. When I came to Washburn University, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and they helped me find my passion for my career. Because of Washburn University, I've gotten excellent career opportunities. I would definitely not be the person I am today if I hadn't gone to Washburn.
Discover how Missouri students can save thousands on tuition. Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that is competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Washburn Review, www.washburnreview.org.
Welcome back to KSWU News. Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, was arrested early Tuesday in Maryland on a DUI charge, according to the Maryland Transportation Authority. Phelps, winner of 18 Olympic gold medals, was arrested at 1:40 in the morning and charged with driving under the influence, excessive speed, and crossing double lane lines within the Fort McHenry Tunnel on I-95 in Baltimore. Phelps was going 84 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. An officer followed Phelps' Land Rover and finally pulled him over. He was later released. Phelps, who returned to competitive swimming in April, said on his official Twitter account that he understands the severity of his actions. I know these words may not mean much right now, but I am deeply sorry to anyone I have let down. Phelps, 29, said in a series of 3 tweets. USA Swimming issued a written statement Tuesday afternoon. The news regarding Michael Phelps and his actions are disappointing and unquestionably serious. We expect our athletes to conduct themselves responsibly in and out of the pool, the statement said. This is not Phelps' first DUI case. In 2004, he was arrested for his first DUI. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 18 months probation. Last week, your favorite ABC shows had their premieres. Here's Portia Brown with more. ABC had its premiere with Scandal and Grey's Anatomy, and How You Were Murdered was the new series show this week that had its first premiere ever. As well, ABC also had the Revenge series on Sunday afternoon as well. So this fall has several people excited for one certain flavor. Also, we get to Also, now that it's October, we're looking for something spicy in our lives.
September 23rd marked the beginning of the autumnal equinox for 2014, a season that will last until December 21st when winter solstice takes over. As the leaves begin to change and the temperatures slowly drop, new sights and smells fill the air. Common fall aromas include wood-burning fireplaces, caramel apples, and cinnamon treats, but one particular flavor has sparked a cult-like following in consumers everywhere. Pumpkin spice has been added to a range of products from yogurt to waffles to chewing gum. A widely celebrated sign of fall, Starbucks has made big noise with their pumpkin spice latte, or PSL for short. The drink is in its 11th year and has sold over 200 million to date. According to the nutrition page on the Starbucks website, a tall 12-ounce pumpkin spice latte made with 2% milk and topped with whipped cream has 300 calories with 38 grams of sugar. So what is it about these drinks that makes them so addicting to consumers everywhere? The answer is its rarity.
I like pumpkin bagels, pumpkin toaster strudels, pumpkin spice creamer, pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice cream cheese.
Pumpkin spice items are only around for a select few months in the fall, a trick by stores to increase their demand.
I only get as many as I can before I run out of money.
Pumpkin spice items are made primarily of cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. These three spices team together to pack a flavor punch that only seems appropriate during the fall. There have been 29,000 tweets that have featured the hashtag pumpkin spice since August of 2012, according to the Starbucks website. The pumpkin spice latte actually contains no real pumpkin, but relies on the trio of spices to bring it home for its dedicated fans. For KSWU News, this is Carly Willis. Is someone on the prompter?
Libraries.
Yeah.
My job is to push
Did
my
I?
students
No.
to get them to believe they can accomplish great things, and then to give them the intellectual abilities to go off and accomplish those things.
Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Discover how Missouri students can save more than $13,000 a year on tuition. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that's competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
Washburn really is what brought me to the top. The professors brought out my strongest academic side and really have a focus on teaching students how to learn. I don't think that I would be where I am today without Washburn University.
Washburn is an excellent school. It has an excellent reputation no matter where you are.
After I took the tour, I knew Washburn was everything I was looking for.
Campus life was awesome. I made so many great friends.
At Washburn, I had real professors and small classes.
I'm proud to be an Ichabod. When I came to Washburn University, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and they helped me find my passion for my career. Because of Washburn University, I've gotten excellent career opportunities. I would definitely not be the person I am today if I hadn't gone to Washburn.
Discover how Missouri students can save thousands on tuition. Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that is competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The Washburn Review, www.washburnreview.org.
Welcome back to KSWU News. Here's Carly with some more news.
Toledo's water crisis left hundreds of thousands of water customers high and dry. Now the city owes Fastenal, which sent bottled water during the crisis, over $30,000. When the do not drink order was issued the morning of August 2nd, people rushed to the stores for bottled water and a shortage began. The Ohio National Guard brought water, but the city also called Fastenal to provide water bottles for the emergency. More than 177,000 bottles were delivered, which amounts to more than $38,000 the city now owes to Fastenal. While this is a bill that has to be paid, several city council members are not ready to cut the check just yet. And are looking for ways that the city can be reimbursed. The fire chief says the water went to several sites for distribution to the public, but was not specifically tracked. The city will apply for reimbursement from the state. A $9,000 bill was paid on August 21st to another bottled water company. On a different note, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and here are some ways to reduce your risk for developing the disease. One of the first ways to reduce your risk is to watch your weight. Being overweight or gaining weight as an adult increases the chance to develop the disease, especially after menopause. Experts also recommend 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity each week or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise. Another way to reduce the risk is to reduce your intake of alcohol. Experts say that the more alcohol you consume, the greater the risk. If you breastfeed your children, you may offer some protection against the disease. In addition to healthy lifestyle habits, it's important to get screened for breast cancer. Early detection may increase the chances of successful treatment.
All right, we'll come back after this, and we're going to talk to somebody who knows a little something about baking. We'll be back right after this.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. School's out for summer. School's out forever. School's out with fever. School's out completely.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place.
School's out for summer.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. School's out for summer. School's out forever. School's out with fever. School's out completely.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place.
School's out for summer.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Back to Fatima Obeid with the weather.
weather of its own. Severe thunderstorms brought damaging hail to parts of the Metro Denver area Monday afternoon. Many residents shot footage of the hail and damage. One of the local car dealerships had over 500 cars that all received damage. The rain also turned roads and rivers into rivers, making it hard for everyone to get home. The storm drains were having a tough time keeping up with the rain in Aurora. The storms moved quickly and caught a lot of people off guard. All right, so today's forecast. All right, today's forecast, we have showers and thunderstorms. High of 81, low of 65. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms again with a high of 73 and low of 49 degrees. Mostly clear on Friday, high of 62, low of 38 degrees. And it should continue to be sunny throughout the weekend, especially for that Sunday Royals and Chiefs game. So try and get there outside and enjoy the weather while you still can. Back to Trevin with sports.
Thanks, Fatima. The Washburn-Ichabod football team fell to 1-3 after a 42-21 loss at Missouri Southern on Saturday. Vershawn Moore scored on a 2-yard touchdown run to start things off for the Ichabods. It capped off a 47-yard opening drive for Washburn to give them the early lead. The Lions would then come right back and tie the score with a touchdown to end an 80-yard drive with 5:32 to play in the first quarter. The Lions took the lead at 14-7 after an Ichabod missed field goal attempt, and they went one play for 80 yards with 12:18 left in the half. Washburn then drove to the Lion 1-yard line on its next drive, but came up short on 4 attempts leading up to halftime. Missouri Southern opened the second half with a touchdown to push the score to 21-7. On the next drive, the Ichabods cut the lead back to 7 when Zeke Palmer hit Dawan Beard on an 11-yard touchdown pass with 9:27 to play in the third quarter. The Lions came back with a touchdown of their own, going up 28-14 with 7:11 to play in the third quarter. The Lions added another score in the third, taking the 35-14 lead into the fourth quarter. On the first play of the fourth quarter, the Lions went up 42-14. Washburn answered with their final score of the game, getting a touchdown to make it 42-21. The Ichabods had 533 yards of total offense, while the Lions recorded only 405. But as they say, there's only one stat that matters, and the Lions came out on top. The Ichabods will play host to Fort Hays State on Saturday. Tough times continue for the Ichabod women's soccer team as well, as they fell to Central Missouri by a score of 1-5 on Saturday. Washburn's only goal came in the 11th minute off the boot of Emily Stauffer. She was assisted by Whitney Skinner and Cadence Bourne. The result dropped the Ichabods to a record of 0-7-1, the only draw coming against Emporia State on September 19th. The next match for Washburn will be on October 3rd. And speaking of Washburn sports, one football player is relying on his leadership to pull the team out of this funk. With the 2014 season underway, the Washburn-Ichabod football team has its goals set high. But one player has especially high goals for himself. Calvin Kinney is a senior at Washburn and a team captain for Coach Sherrid's squad. Baseball player.
I was happy to be voted a captain. It just shows that you have teammates and coaches that respect what you've done throughout your time here, and so it's a great honor. And as far as preparing for it, just showing up every day and doing the right things, and things work out.
Being a captain and a leader on the team is obviously important to Kenny, but he admits that his leadership didn't just come about. He has had many influences in his life, starting with someone that is close to his heart.
My mother's had a big influence on my life. She's just kind of been the rock of my family, and has really held things together and has always been there for guidance. And all throughout my youth athletic career and through high school, I had great coaches that had a big influence on me as well.
The Ichabods are 1-2 so far this season, but still have a majority of the season yet to play. Although Kenny knows not to overlook any opponents on the schedule, one game is in both his and his team's sights.
I think everyone's looking forward to the Northwest Missouri game at the end of the year at Arrowhead. Should be a good opportunity for us to play an elite opponent in an atmosphere like that, it should be good for everyone.
I'm Trevin Edelman for KSWU Sports. Tickets for that game at Arrowhead are at woosports.com. Now I go back to Kara and Carly.
All right, we're going to cut to break, but when we come back, Trevin will catch you up with Washburn University's baseball catcher, Josh Sarna. We'll be back after this.
Professor of History and Dean of University Libraries. My job is to push my students, to get them to believe they can accomplish great things, and then to give them the intellectual abilities to go off and accomplish those things.
Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Discover how Missouri students can save more than $13,000 a year on tuition. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that's competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
Washburn really is what brought me to the top. The professors brought out my strongest academic side and really have a focus on teaching students how to learn. I don't think that I would be where I am today without Washburn University.
Washburn is an excellent school. It has an excellent reputation no matter where you are.
After I took the tour, I knew Washburn was everything I was looking for.
Campus life was awesome. I made so many great friends.
At Washburn, I had real professors and small classes.
I'm proud to be an Ichabod. When I came to Washburn University, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and they helped me find my passion for my career. Because of Washburn University, I've gotten excellent career opportunities. I would definitely not be the person I am today if I hadn't gone to Washburn.
Discover how Missouri students can save thousands on tuition. Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that is competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Washburn Review, www.washburnreview.org.
Welcome back. My name is Trevin Edelman, and I'm here with Washburn catcher Josh Sarna. Josh, how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Good. Josh just got done with practice, so he's really feeling this baseball vibe right now. What do you think about the Royals down in Kansas City?
Oh, that's awesome. They played a really good game yesterday. Yeah, it was really fun to watch.
As a baseball player, do you watch any differently, knowing the ins and outs of the game compared to maybe just a fan that watches just for fun?
Kind of. You pick up on little things. Like, I'm a catcher, so I like to watch Salvador Perez pretty closely. They're a fun team to watch.
Yeah, you've got a good one there to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about where you're from.
I'm from Rock Creek. If you don't know, it's a little high school outside of Manhattan, Kansas. Small little 3A.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with 3A. I came from a 3A school myself, so that's kind of cool. Did you play just baseball in high school, or what all did you do in high school?
No, I played 3 sports. I lettered in all 3. I played football for 4 years, basketball for 4 years, and then I also played baseball for 4 years.
Yeah, was baseball your favorite sport? Is that why you chose to continue it, or?
Yeah, it's probably my best sport too. So.
Yeah. Did you play any during the summer, or was it just during the school time?
Yeah, I played through in summer. In high school, I played for the high school summer team. And in college, I played for the Rossville Rattlers just down the road here. Little college summer ball.
Yeah. Yeah, how I got a chance to catch a game this summer. How did your season go for the Rossville Rattlers?
It went well. Record wasn't that great, but we ended up playing pretty well in the tournament. Got 4th place. So, pretty good summer.
Yeah. Sounds good. And tell us a little bit more about that. I know it's a league with a bunch of teams from the area, but what are the specifics of it necessarily?
It was brand new last year. It's called the Mid-Plains League now. There's 6 teams from Junction City to Rossville, 2 Topeka teams, and Baldwin City, and a Midwest A's team. And it's new. It's pretty cool. Their first year was last year, so it has a lot going for it.
Yeah, is there any like who plays? Just any old Joe that wants to play, or is there a certain?
No, they're usually from college team. We had a lot of K-State players, a lot of Division I, Division II, a lot of Washburn because it was around the area, and a lot of junior college kids came down. We even have a kid from Netherlands that came over and played with us this year.
Wow, so that's pretty awesome. Fun. Yeah, and did he just play? Just play there, or is he trying to look to go to a college here in the States?
He actually played at Nebraska Omaha, and then he came down to Rossville to play for the summer. So
very cool.
That's pretty cool.
All right, so I guess we can talk a little bit about Washburn. You are a sophomore, correct?
Yes.
As far as athletic goes, yeah, redshirt sophomore. Redshirt your first year, and then transferred to
MCC, Longview Community College. That's in Kansas City, in the Lee Summit area.
Very cool. And then transferred back. What made you want to transfer back to Washburn?
Just with friends. I like the location, plans going home and everything.
Yeah, about an hour from home compared to 2 hours. Probably not as convenient being in Kansas City. Very cool. So did you play catcher at Longview as well?
Yep.
Cool. And then, so what's your major here at Washburn?
I'm in between finance and accounting right now. I'm not for sure. A lot of the same classes, so it's not really hurting me right now. But right now it's finance officially.
Yeah, what's that like? Going to classes and having. I know you guys don't play any games right now, but I know you're out there practicing every day. So what's that like balancing the school and athletics at the same time?
It's tough. It keeps you busy a lot between school and I go to the library a lot, and then you got baseball practice, and then you got to do a little extra baseball too. So it'll keep you busy. Yeah, I bet. Well, if you're just joining us, we're here with Josh Sarna. He's a catcher for the Washburn Ichabods here on campus. And he grew up in Rock Creek, went to Rock Creek High School, and came to Washburn, then transferred to Longview in Kansas City, Longview Community College, and now back at Washburn to join the Ichabods again. Josh, what kind of are your goals for this year? This year, you mean team goals or both team and personal goals? Yeah. For personal goals, I'm coming in kind of as a backup catcher right now, so I'm hoping to fight to get some playing time. Team-wise, we want to win the MIAA, of course. Set pretty high expectations. Have a new coach this year, so it'll be pretty fun. Yeah, and tell us a little bit about your new coach. I know with the loss of Coach Hansen over the summer, I'm sure it's a little different now, but tell us a little bit about the coach that you have now. Well, he was assistant for Hansen, so he did keep a lot of the same things, but he's really intense, and I like that. He really keeps us going, and he actually recruited me, so he's one of my. I'm pretty happy about him getting the promotion. That's good. Is there I know it's kind of a sad deal about Coach Hansen over the summer with that tragic accident, but does the team ever do they still talk about it all, or is it you just put it out of your mind and try to go out there and play hard, not worry about maybe off the field? Not really. We bring him up sometimes during practice, but not much to talk about. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, Josh, and thank you for watching. This has been Trevor Edelman with Washburn catcher Josh Sarna, and when we come back, Carly and Kara will wrap us up.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
No more pencils, no more books. No more teachers' dirty looks. School's out for summer. School!
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place.
School's out for summer.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
No more pencils, no more books. No more teachers' dirty looks.
School's out for summer.
School's out forever. School's out with fever. School's out completely.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place.
School's out for summer.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
I am Dr. Alan Behrman, Professor of History and Dean of University Libraries. My job is to push my students, to get them to believe they can accomplish great things, and then to give them the intellectual abilities to go off and accomplish those things.
Nationally ranked Washburn University in Topeka is offering in-state tuition for Missouri students. Discover how Missouri students can save more than $13,000 a year on tuition. Just an hour from Kansas City, Washburn provides a high-quality, prestigious education for a remarkably affordable cost. You'll benefit from personal attention and outstanding academics at a price that's competitive with Missouri and Kansas public universities. Visit washburn.edu/mo to learn more.
Washburn really is what brought me to the top. The professors brought out my strongest academic side and really have a focus on teaching students how to learn. I don't think that I would be where I am today without Washburn University.
Washburn is an excellent school. It has an excellent reputation no matter where you are.
After I took the tour, I knew Washburn was everything I was looking for.
Campus life was awesome. I made so many great friends.
At Washburn, I had real professors and small classes.
I'm proud to be in Ichabod.
Welcome back to KSWU News. I'm Carly Willis.
And I'm Kara Potasio.
Did you stay up and watch the Royals game last night?
I didn't. I don't have cable, so I watched it through Twitter. Everybody tweeted constantly, and so I just kept scrolling and scrolling, and at one point I thought we had lost, and then everybody was like, yeah, we're back in it. I was like, okay, we're in it. And then, it was just a roller coaster even through Twitter for me. And I was like, is this game ever going to end? But it was exciting. It was very exciting.
I personally stayed up. Didn't get to watch it live. I'm sure everyone at the K enjoyed it last night. But I stayed up to watch it, and my homework that was due this morning suffered a little bit because of it. But it's all good. Incredible win, and it's long overdue. So I'll take one for the team this time.
Yeah, and it was really late. So even if they had lost, they still would have made it to October technically, because it was like 12:30 when the game ended.
Right, so, exactly.
So,
yes.
But thankfully it was in our favor. So
yeah, I definitely had to grab some coffee this morning before I took off for class, because it was a late night.
Yeah, was it a pumpkin spice latte?
Oh, actually it wasn't. I wish I liked pumpkin spice latte, but I don't. I like the candy, but I can't do the drink yet. I'm more just of a plain coffee person, but there's pumpkin spice everything right now if you haven't noticed.
I have. I've seen a lot of unique items for pumpkin spice around, and I personally love pumpkin, but I'm not that crazy about it. I'm not in the fan, and I don't even drink coffee, so.
No. Yeah, there's yogurt and chewing gum and Oreos. Oh my goodness, the list never ends.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about this Zeta Think Pink game going on.
Yes, I am a member of Zeta Tau Alpha sorority, and our philanthropy is breast cancer education and awareness. And as you may know, October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so we do a week of events to raise awareness and money for the cause. So we will be at Yager Stadium 11 to 1 on Saturday before the Bods play Fort Hays. We have all sorts of tailgate games that are super fun. One, you throw little ping pong balls into bowls, and if you make it, you win the goldfish that's in that bowl.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
I love fish.
Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely going to come try that then.
Yes, it'll be fun. So I encourage you all to come out and help us rally for the cause.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us this week. If you haven't, please go like our Facebook page. It's KSWU News. We're up to 250 likes already, so go us. Also, you can check us out live each week. Every time you can either go to the Facebook link or you could subscribe to our Facebook channel, which is KSWU News as well. Live at 5 every Wednesday, so we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us.